So I I broke my pinky. So this is the story of how I broke my pinky. So as you guys know, I haven't uploaded a video in about 2 or 3 weeks, and there's a good reason why. I did something really stupid and ended up breaking my pinky in about 3 places. So this is what happened. As you guys know, a couple weeks ago I was on a huge trip. We were in London for about a week, and then Charleston, and then Connecticut, and then I finally got home. Not even 24 hours after I got home, I ended up breaking my pinky. So I got home Wednesday night, and the next day, Thursday, I went to Super 73 headquarters to do their podcast, which is called Squadcast 73. If you want to watch this episode, the link is right up there. But anyway, I went into the office, and before we even started filming the podcast, Michael had the idea of, hey, let's film some stunt scenes, and we're going to cut them into the vlog. And so he taught me 3 tricks. The first one was riding on a curb.
This is curb ride. This is riding on the curb, part 1.
Nope.
Cool sagging headlight. What is this, 2017? I'm very proud of him.
So it actually took me a while to get it, but Michael told me don't focus on where the tire is, focus forward to see where you're going, and the last time I did it, I actually went really far. The second trick that I did was a power slide. I've never done a power slide before. Here's how it went.
Can I get
just a second?
Can I just get 1 large? Wait, panic. You bailed.
Where you hit the brake.
He skipped the part where you hit the brake.
I'd like a...
I got you. Just a second.
Okay, thank you.
So again, it took me a minute to get the power slide down, but after a couple tries, I was able to nail it. And at this point, I'm feeling really confident. You know, I'm 2 for 2 with these stunts. Let's move on to the third one. To Michael's defense, he actually told me not to try it, but it was a stoppie. And so I'm just gonna show you how that went.
Pretty soon you'll be doing stoppies. Can you do a stoppie yet? I didn't want to crash. That's a hard one, dude. If you miss that one, you just go over the front.
Yeah. Like that.
Are you broken?
No, I'm good.
You're cut.
I'm cut, but I'm not broken.
How are you cut?
Oh shit.
Is it your ring?
No. Right here.
Did it just split? Oh shit.
I don't know. It's not broken though. So that's pretty much how it happens. Now the thing is, you can't see what happened to the finger, and initially I thought like the way I landed on the ground, my finger might have snapped back and broke and split, but it didn't sound like really reasonable. It didn't make any sense. But what actually happened, the back of the bike kicked off to the side, and keep in mind this bike weighs about 70 or 80 pounds, and the rear rack came down and smashed my finger while I was on the ground. Ended up splitting the finger open like right in here and broke it in 3 spots like you saw on this x-ray. So as you can imagine, I was in a great deal of pain, but I can't remember the pain much because I think adrenaline kicked in. So immediately you can tell I'm like doing this with my fingers to make sure they still move. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if you break a limb, you're not able to move it. I was able to move all my fingers. So I'm thinking, okay, it's just a bad cut. So we go into the warehouse. I'm dripping blood everywhere. At one point, it was like squirting out of my finger. Then it was just pooling and then dripping everywhere. Go into the warehouse and I start rinsing the finger off. I'm getting really hot. I'm getting really nauseous. I do not like the sight of blood, especially when it's coming out of me. And so I'm like really thirsty at this point. So I'm like, I need water. Michael comes around the corner with a bottle of water, and he actually starts bottle feeding me through the water bottle. Then we get paper towels. I put the paper towel on my finger and start squeezing it to to kind of stop the bleeding. Meanwhile, Michael calls my fiance Steph, and he plays it up really well. He's like, "Hey Steph, no big deal, nothing bad's happening, everything's all good, Tristan's okay, we're having a lot of fun. By the way, he split his finger open, so we're going to urgent care. And don't worry, the urgent care is like a mile and a half away, so we're gonna get there really quickly. If you wanted me to say it, we can." It was just, he did really well in handling it, so Steph wouldn't be so stressed out and worried about me. So she ended up meeting us at urgent care, but not before I had to get the anesthesia injected into my finger. Keep in mind, they basically put a big needle into my finger, and that really sucked. Right before that, I asked Michael, "Hey man, can I hold your hand?" Because Steph wasn't there, I couldn't hold her, so I had to hold Michael's. Here's an actual picture of it that he put on Instagram. So yeah, I squeezed his hand as they injected me, and then the pain was gone. It didn't hurt, it was completely numb, and I was fine as they were stitching up my finger. They take x-rays, and initially they didn't think it was broken until they took a second glance and realized that it actually was broken in 3 places, so they had to put like a little splint on it until I could go see a hand specialist. And the hand specialist put this thing on my finger. It's like some Velcro, some bent up plastic melted to my hand. Yeah. After all that, I still wanted to do the podcast. I actually asked Mike, like, "Hey, can we still do this?" He's like, "Dude, are you sure?" I'm like, "Dude, yeah, I came to hang out with you guys for a reason. I wanted to do the podcast." So we finally got back to the studio, but that's when the pain like really kicked in. So I had to tough it out during the hour that we filmed. Couple other things. This happened right before our wedding. Our wedding is in about 3 weeks, so the timing of this was really bad. We actually went to go get our wedding bands last week. They couldn't size this finger, so they had to size this one, hoping that they would match once the swelling goes down. I still can't really fit it because this finger is still kind of swollen. So we'll see. Hopefully by the time the wedding rolls around, I don't have to wear this and I can fit that ring. Steph isn't happy about that, but what can you do? Boys will be boys, and sometimes we do stupid stuff like this. So there you have it. That is the story of how I broke my pinky. I'm no longer in any pain. All the stitches are out, so it's just a matter of keeping this immobilized for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and I should be fine, and I should be back on my bike ASAP. I'm actually like itching to get back going. I'm having withdrawals, but it'll happen eventually. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to my page. I should be able to start making videos again very soon. I'll be back next week, hopefully with the London vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. Follow me on social media. It's on this next slide. Peace out. One more thing before I go. Shout out to Michael. Thank you for not letting me use my own bike. They let me use the demo bike. I broke the headlamp off. They let me keep it. Sorry, Mac. I appreciate you guys letting me use that bike. My bike wasn't harmed. Thank goodness. And it's a lot heavier because I have a lot more stuff on it. But anyway, that's all I want to say. See you guys later.